Hello! I'm Pittsburgh City Paper's third runner-up for Best YouTube Channel, TomWasHere, and I want to speak to the adults. When you were a child, did anybody tell you how soul-crushing and lame being an adult was? Nobody warned me, but I guess they kind of did. Toys R Us said, I don't want to grow up, I'm going to be a Toys R Us kid. And I was the type of kid that would say, you know what I'm going to do? When I become an adult, I'm going to get a job, and I'm going to get money, and I'm going to be able to buy all the toys and things that I want to buy. And then what happened? You became an adult, and Toys R Us abandoned you. Hills abandoned you. Nothing fun. Nothing fun at all. Being an adult is not fun. But what if I told you that there was a store out there that can make you feel like a kid again? Describe your perfect day as a child. I know mine. As a child of the 80s, my parents would go to Hills or go to Toys R Us for some reason. Generally, it was something adult and lame. Like for Hills, it was because they had to buy something that they needed for the house. For Toys R Us, it was because they had to buy a present for someone else. But as a kid, that was your wheelhouse. That was your time. That was the time that you were able to you knew you were getting something. Be it an action figure, a G.I. Joe, a toy, whatever. Where are those days gone? As an adult, even going to some of the retailers now, it's not nearly as fun as it was when you were a kid. It's not even close. But there is a store in the Pittsburgh area where you could relive that feeling again. Enter Remixxd by Steel City Galleries. Now, when I say the Pittsburgh area, I do mean a quick jaunt to Bell Vernon. All right, it's drivable. Okay, it's drivable. But in Bell Vernon, you would think, well, what mall is it in? Not a mall. Malls are dying. Maybe it's a shopping center or a strip mall. Not those either. To ensure that Remixxd had the most foot traffic possible, they put themselves in the second floor of a former grocery store supply warehouse. And I know what you're thinking. Well, that's weird. Why would that be? But that's the Amstel Center. No, not a place where they play minor league hockey. And Remixxd is here at the Amstel Center. Look for this sign. This Remixxd sign. Okay, well, I'm at the Remixxd sign. How do I get in? Let me show you how it's done. Because it might be odd to some of you who've not been here before. When you park, look for these double doors. They're next to the sign. Open them. Take the stairs. It's on the second floor after all. There's also an elevator, should you so need. But once you open this door, the elevator is off to the right here. Walk down this long hallway. When you see Gizmo, the Remixxd sign, and the carts, you have made it here. Enter Remixxd. 10,000 square feet of things you want and things you didn't even know you wanted. As far as the eye can see. Trying to show off 55,000 items over 10,000 square feet of retail space is not an easy thing. Even if I slow it down, you're not going to be able to see everything. But this gives you an idea of the massive area that they have and all of the things they have for sale. The shelves are full, people. There is stuff literally everywhere of almost any collectible interest you can find in here at Remixxd. And this is only me selecting a few things. There's so much more to see here. Like action figures, there's aisles dedicated to it. You like Marvel? This whole aisle is Marvel. This whole aisle is Marvel. The entire aisle, both shelves, all Marvel action figures. Do you like DC? This whole shelf here, all DC figures, all McFarlane's. Maybe you like wrestling. New, old, it's here. AEW, WWE, old school wrestlers, new school wrestlers. They have everything you want here at Remixxd as far as the figures are concerned. VHS movies, a ton. Books, you betcha. Old school toys, absolutely. Dolls, yes. Comic books, 10,000 of them. Old school wrestlers, even older school wrestlers, here. Graphic novels, you bet. Transformers, definitely. G.I. Joes, absolutely. Legos, they have sets. Board games, the most obscure ones on the planet. eBay action game, didn't even realize that was a thing that existed. Everything you can imagine here at Remixxd. Puzzles, sure. Is that Happy Meal toys? You bet it's Happy Meal toys. What about DVDs, Blu-rays? They're all here too. Christmas stuff, ornaments for days. Turbo Man.
Booster, force booster. Tournament dolls. They're all gone.
What about sports figures? This was my speed growing up. Starting lineups, I had a bunch. Who knows where they are now? Good news is, they're still all here at Remixxd. They got those, they got McFarlane's, they got everything you can imagine as far as sports are concerned. Dan Marino bobblehead, why not? Anthony Thomas, remember him? I don't either. Say you go like, well, I don't really collect action figures anymore. I'm an adult. I collect autographs. Good news is, Remixxd has 27,000 of them. From the biggest stars of today, the biggest stars of yesterday, to the most obscure. Quick, what's the most obscure autograph you can think of? Did you say Colonel Sanders? Guess what? They got a Colonel Sanders as well. And on the other side of this map is the 11 herbs and spices. Don't quote me on that. You buy this, they're not on there, I'll deny it. Okay, so just so you know. But yeah, that's Colonel Sanders, 41768. That's a real autograph. This guy, the Colonel, the 11 herbs, the spices, the boneless wings. He would roll in his grave if he knew they were selling boneless wings. Do you like Die Hard? No, not the Bruce Willis Christmas classic. I'm talking about the Sears battery brand. Guess what? They pulled the Die Hard logo right off of Sears, and you can buy it. That's things you didn't even know you wanted. Do you like the show American Rust? Yeah, I know it used to be on Showtime, and now it's on Amazon Prime freebie, but that's okay. Guess what? They used this Fayette County podium in at least one scene. You could buy it. It's here too. You might say to yourself, Tom, this sounds well and good, but I'm not in the Pittsburgh area. The good news is you can shop online at all types of different formats. eBay, pristine auction, Whatnot. Whatnot's a personal favorite of mine. And they are putting all their items onto Whatnot, and they have all their items on eBay currently. 55,000 listings are about to make their way to Whatnot and eBay, so you can shop anywhere you like. And Don will make a deal. He loves deals. He'll make a deal with just about anybody. Whatnot, he's getting 50% off on everything, at least for a limited time only. You know what my fun game I like to play on Whatnot is when Don shows like Transformers for like 20 minutes and then he walks to the other side of the store. I ask for Transformers just to get him to walk back. That's a secret between you and me. Maybe you're like, well, this is all well and good, but you know, the economy's rough. I'm short on cash at the moment. The good news is Remixxd has a trade-in program, and they'll trade it. You know, you can trade in just about anything with good reason. Let me show off just a few things that I've traded. If you come here and you see this, guess what? That was mine. This is mine.
Power on.
Ah, look, it still works. Oh. See? I traded this bad boy in. This is mine too. Heck, even this Ames cart was on something I traded in. The point is this, Don had mentioned that you will trade in just about anything that has a logo, he will probably take it on. And you'll get credit, store credit that you can use in the store for basically anything. The amount of things I've traded into this store are unreal, and the amount of things I got in my collection are also unreal. So many things you can get here. Almost everything in all of these bins are autographs. And they won't come like this. They'll come professionally framed. Gene Hackman, that's a legend. Miley Cyrus. This is just me looking through one bin. Mina Savari, I believe. Is that Jen Sturger? Richard Petty, the GOAT. Look at him. He's right there. There's so many different things that you can get framed here. Autographs for days. Just about anybody you'd ever want. Video games? Absolutely. Video games from almost every system, any system you could possibly want. I love video games. Quite a few of these are mine that I traded in, to be honest with you. You can get a TomWasHere relic in this video game if you look hard enough. From Atari to PS5. You like video game action figures? Got those too. What about Hank Aaron? He's here as well. Sarah Michelle Gellar? You bet. The core 4 of the Yankees, it's here too. Super Mario? Absolutely. Donkey Kong? Not for sale, but it's worth a shot. Horror themed merch? They got you covered. Chucky doll? Candyman? X-Files? Alien? Freddy? Everything you want. But back there is Don's office, and you cannot buy anything in Don's office. Believe me, I've tried. Music figures. Did you realize that there were this many figures dedicated to music? Me either, but they have those too. If you come to Remixxd in store for something you want, for something you don't realize you want, to make a trade, Dawn, Megan, Lynn, and the team at Remixxd by Steel City Galleries will be here to help you with anything you need. And if you shop online, from eBay to Whatnot to Pristine Auction, I'm sure one of the 55,000 things that they have here will be something you have an interest in. So check out Remixxd in store or online and tell them Tom Was Here sent you.